Well, I think that coming into events like this, you just want to try to get a feel and comfortable with the ice, and what I like right now is the way that all four players are throwing really kind of consistently, and it's just a question of becoming more and more comfortable and confident with the surface.
You've worked with them before, of course, in the past, and you've coached against them in your previous coaching assignments. What do you see, if anything, that's different about them this year that is manifesting itself on the ice right now?
Well, I think experience. They're older and they're maturing really nicely. And this game, I know there's a lot of young people that play this game, but the more you go through the ringer, the more experience you get, and the more experience in these situations, the more comfortable you get. And so they're seasoned. They're seasoning like they're seasoned veterans, and it's starting to show.
Well, and you've been through this as well as a player. Sometimes a tough loss, and obviously what happened in Pyeongchang was a tough loss, is kind of a developmental tool that is necessary. And you went through that in 2001 Lausanne, I'm sure, and I imagine these guys have turned that into a positive building block.
Well, it's exactly, when I first got together with them in Calgary at that Champions Cup, I told them it wasn't necessarily whether they won or lost that would determine whether or not I wanted to be involved with this again. It was more or less what they showed me on the ice, and I just wanted to see that there was still fire there and desire to do, because if you have that, then those losses are difficult, but if you pull together, you can definitely become better as a result.
Let's talk about you coaching back in Canada. I imagine you're very, very happy to be coaching back in this country after a few years in China.
Yeah, it's always wanted to give back to the game, and I'm still doing that. It's much easier playing on her side as opposed to against her, for sure. And yeah, I'm a proud Canadian, and it's nice to be fighting to represent Canada and that maple leaf again. And all the players that I've ever played with or surrounded myself with as a coach have always been more than just players. They become teammates and family-like, and this is no different. So it's nice to be working not just in Canada but with family again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after our struggles yesterday, we just want to come out and, just feel the ice and learn the ice a little bit more for the next few games, for sure. Yeah, we knew we just had to have a little bit more fire inside, and we had some struggles, like all of us had struggles yesterday, last night. So, when everyone's struggling, you are a little bit on a downer, and it was almost like it was being shown that we were on a downer, and we don't want to show that. We want to show that we are confident that we can make any shot out there, and so we knew we had to come out and learn the ice and make some better shots, so we are confident about ourselves.
And that's such a huge thing. I mean, you obviously all have the physical talent to throw curling rocks to where you want them to throw, but so much of it is between the ears too, right? And attitude adjustment, is that a good way to describe it?
Yeah, and I mean, out there last night, it wasn't our team, like we're better than that. And, we just had our struggles, and I think every team has those struggles, but it's if you can rebound from those struggles, and I think we did it today.
And the good thing right now, 2-2, but 3 games left, and it's in your hands, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we still have some big games, and we want to come out firing, and we want to play some really good shots and make everything that we can, and, hopefully it'll be in our hands.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we definitely have some confidence now, and I think my teammates have been playing well all week, I think, and our losses were just a couple key misses and against some tough competition, I think, so that made the difference. But I think we've been playing pretty good. Yeah, for sure. It's a long week. There's lots of curling, so you don't want to let your first 2 games define you. You just got to try to take them as learning opportunities and move forward.
So what have you learned so far? Because, we talk about learning the ice and whatnot, but you're still learning on the fly about your own team, aren't you? Because this is a new team.
Yeah, always learning. Yeah, definitely the more games we have to play out on that ice, the more comfortable we are, and so that helps. And yeah, we've just been learning all season, just kind of building, and so that's continuing this week as well. I think that makes a big difference, us all having Scotties experience, and especially the other 3 having so much experience together as a team, that really helps. And yeah, it's just a different environment out here at the Scotties in the big arena with the crowds and all the excitement. So just having previous opportunities to experience that is helpful.
I'm always interested in curling language, curling terminology. Did you guys all speak the same language, in terms of judging weight, in terms of throwing weight? because some teams use a number system, some teams use it. Was that an easy thing, or did you guys all kind of have the same terminology?
It was similar, I'd say, but a little bit of tweaking for sure, like short times versus long times, and just defining like our weight selections and stuff like that. But it was pretty similar from the start, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great win. It was a really great game, and it felt good to have a tight game and then pull one out in the extra. So we were feeling good.
Yeah. What she said.
So you guys you're rolling along here, and you wear that Alberta jacket. You almost have certain expectations, but I know you guys have been to this event enough times to know that you can't have expectations. You can't look long term at all.
No, and this event so far has not been easy. Like every game has been close. It's been up and down. So I think we're just really taking it like one game at a time, and you can't expect to win anything right now.
You guys have played against Chelsea for a lot of years, obviously, in Alberta. Now that you're a teammate, have you gained any kind of new appreciation, different appreciation, and found out something about her that you didn't necessarily know and truly appreciate now as teammates? We'll start with you first. Or did you have an answer?
No, I just, when she yells, like you always thought she was kind of scary. Like I used to think Chelsea was a bit scary, and she's so nice. Like I think she's a little bit, like she yells kind of like loud and deep, so people think, oh, but really, no, she's a lot nicer than she seems sometimes.
Playing against her all those years, I just knew that she was like a really, really good hitter. And playing with her, I'm like, you're a really, really good drawer. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, it's really interesting, like what you think about your opponents, and you play with them. You're like, whoa, you got it in the back pocket.
Well, it helps to have a good front end to make those draws, no?
That was kind of what I was getting at as well. A backhanded way of saying no.
That hurts just us.
I smelled what you're cooking.